Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Crucial Keys. We back with another Real Talk drive. Now, I want to go back. Try not to make this long. I'm gonna go back real quick to what I talked about last time. I went on a little Detroit rant. Now, I got a few comments in that video. One guy commented, I guess he was from New York, and he was giving me names of people that are gospel artists in Detroit. Now I know all those guys that were named. Sorry about that. Here's the reason why I didn't bring those guys up. Well, the first thing I was talking about strictly musicians. Now, hold your horses. I know that James Hall can play the organ and all those other guys can't. Now, what I said was, that New York only has two extremely great. Now, those guys that were named by this, I forgot the guy's name. Sorry about that. The guys that were named are great musicians, but I was talking about the guys that are recognized media-wise and recognized around the country, basically, and everywhere else. That's Corey Henry. That's Cornell Gaskin. I'm saying that because those other guys that were named, Corey Henry. If you put Corey Henry next to James Hall, people will recognize Corey Henry first. They won't know who James Hall is. Like, a lot of people think that James Hall just came out. They don't know that he's been out since what, the 80s, early 90s, or whatever. But they don't know that. So when they see Corey Henry, because he's been all over the world, they know who he is. He's not just a gospel artist, he's a jazz musician as well. So, and I'm going to be real about that. If it wasn't for Snarky Puppy, I'm just going to say it. If it wasn't for Snarky Puppy, the world would not know who Corey Henry is. I'm just going to say that now. So, if you disagree, I challenge you again. I challenge you to prove me wrong. That if it wasn't for Snarky Puppy, we would not know who Corey Henry is. Okay? Just imagine if Cornell played with Snarky Puppy. Now, Cornell is not as popular as Corey Henry either. But just imagine if it was the other way around. If it was Cornell that played with Snarky Puppy. I'm just saying, think about that. You guys out there from New York, I know you guys know very well who Corey Henry and Cornell is. Now, I want an opinion. If you want to see a debate between me and other musicians about who's better, I know this is a little off topic, but I want to get this out. Who's better between Cornell and Corey? Click like, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And then, if you want to see a debate between who's better, Corey Henry or Jacob Collier, click like. I'm telling y'all, I got some things to say, man. And I got other people that got things to say. If y'all want to see a debate, and if y'all want to debate, let's go. Let's do this. I want to hear y'all opinions. Who do you think is better between Cornell and Corey? And who's better between Corey and Jacob Collier? I want to hear. I'm interested in what you all have to say. So, back to what I was saying earlier. So yeah, basically, Butch Hayward, all those guys, Glenn Gibson, those are great musicians. But here's the difference between them and Corey Henry. Everything that Glenn Gibson, Butch Hayward, all those guys that they do, I'm not trying to, belittle their greatness, because they are great. Don't get me wrong. Everything that they do, everybody else can do. And what I mean is, when they do it, it could be mimicked. There's a lot of things that Corey Henry can do that nobody can mimic. And I'm just gonna be real. There is tons of things that Cornell can do that nobody can mimic. I mean, nobody. Not one person on the planet except somebody that's a jazz musician. So, and like I said, this is not to say that they're not great. They're great musicians, but I was trying to make a point though. So as far as Detroit, I'm only talking musician wise. I'm not talking singers. We obviously, if you all listen to gospel music, you all know that the majority of gospel artists have come from Detroit. So I'm not saying that to brag or anything, because I could care less. I've been living here my whole life. I could care less. Like, people be tripping over gospel artists, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. They live down the street. It's not a big deal. They're human beings just like me and you. Doesn't matter. So the whole starstruck thing, it doesn't work with me. I'm more so talking about Detroit. That doesn't work for me. So, yeah. That being said, back to musicians. Now, we have a few musicians that literally know their stuff. A few musicians that know their stuff. And those musicians are not popular. I said in my last video, just because you're popular, that does not make you a great musician. I'm going to keep saying it. The people that you know don't make you great. Alright? It's what you know that makes you great. How many followers you have does not make you great. Not at all. So I just want to put that out there, because I don't want people to misunderstand me. You have a lot of people behind you supporting you. That's cool. That's great. But that does not make you great. Okay? If you're a man, you should never let people define who you are. If you're a woman, you should never let people define who you are. Now, you see how I preference that, right? If you're a man, if you're a woman. If you're not those things, then you will let people define you. So, the other people that commented in my video, one guy from Atlanta, one guy from Alabama, thank you guys, all of you guys, for commenting. First of all, they agreed with me, and they don't even live here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if guys that don't live here can agree with what I'm saying about Detroit, you should know it's bad. Like, it's bad, dude. So I'm just, you know, just being real. Like, this is how it is out here. I'm on my way to rehearsal right now. Again, this is what I do for a living. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna sit up here and be like, oh yeah, Detroit is the best. Detroit is where it's at. If Detroit is the home of the greatest musicians ever. We just got it. We just got it. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. We are talented, but we lack the love and support for one another. We lack it. And we're very competitive. Very competitive. I mean, we are so competitive against each other, it's not even funny. Like, it's not even funny, dude. For real. And when we go out of state, when I go out of state and play, I cannot tell you how the people are so, like, intimidated because they hear, oh, they're from Detroit. You know they about to smash. They from Detroit. They, don't talk to them. Leave them alone. They're from Detroit. I'm not like that, man. I will talk to anybody. I don't care who it is. I am very approachable. That's me. Very approachable. Nice guy. I try to be as nice as I can. But this Detroit reputation, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. So, and here's the thing. When I go out of state and I see other guys playing, I see why they're like that, because when I went on tour a while ago, I went to Philly. Well, I went to Delaware after Philly. I went to Delaware, right? Had a few gigs out there. Their musicians are the nicest musicians I've ever encountered. Ever. Literally ever encountered. So when I tell you they're out there, they're out there. Nice musicians. They could play. But their attitude was so nice, dude. Like, they didn't have attitudes, they didn't hate on us, they didn't do anything out the way. But come here, oh, you better get ready. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna come back with another video later today. I'm at rehearsal. Talk to you guys later. Make sure you share, like this video. Everything you need to do is right down there. Subscribe. I'm gonna be posting another tutorial. Oh, I got this cold progression that I stole from my boy Gabe. He live out in Minnesota. I stole this little progression. I don't even know what to call it, but it's cold. It's a few passing chords. It's cold, and it's in the key of E. So we stand in the white keys, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try to get that up today, if not tomorrow. It's something that you're gonna like. I promise you. So stay tuned for that. I'm out this thing. Peace.